I'm very opposed to bribing children of any age for anything. And, I am a previous briber.
Yeah.
Are you?
Well, yes. I mean, I did start off that way with my child because, I kind of was going down the super nanny route, which is all about rewards, consequences, praise. But it just felt very disrespectful to my son.
In what way disrespectful?
Because it equates to dog training. The similar thing that we would do if we were training a dog. Sit, you get a reward.
But is that wrong if it works?
Well, for a dog, maybe, although I believe dog whisperers would not even recommend that now.
But when you were
dogs.
doing that with your son, you say you were a former briber. So if he was having a tantrum or whatever, and you did use some bribery, did it work?
No, not really. I mean, the thing with bribing is it's a temporary solution. What it doesn't do is grow inside the child a connection with, I'll do this because it feels good. And that's what we're really looking for. We're looking to build empathy, emotional intelligence, which is far more important than intellectual intelligence.
Rewarding, though? So say, we're talking there specifically about exams. If your son was, I mean, he's in his 20s now, I know, but when he was doing exams, if you said, listen, if you get some good grades, we'll give you 50 quid for a B and 100 quid for an A or whatever you can afford, is that not just incentive?
Well, two things are wrong with it. One is that there's so much research to show that incentives do not work in the long term. Even organisations realise this now. What works is giving the child or the adult an emotional reason why, I'm on your team, we're going to get through this together, is much, much more effective.
Jane, your problem with all of this, truthfully, is it just didn't work for you. Because if it had have worked for you, you'd have continued with the old purse out and the bribery happening.
No, because I just, you begin to realise this is not respectful to another human being. In an adult relationship, if one adult is bribing the other out, we would not want to be in a relationship like that. Why would we do that
Emma
to
Bradley,
a child?
you're not respectful to your daughter.
3 children you've got.
I have, and I don't think it's about respect, and I don't think it's actually bribery. I think we're just rewarding hard work. My children work really hard, and so I incentivise them. Studying for 6 months for your A-levels is tough going, and I thought they should be rewarded at the end of that.
So if we use the word, instead of incentivised or bribe, if we use the word, you thank them, nobody would have a problem with it.
No, and rewarded.
You'd have less of a problem if she was thanking her children for doing well.
That's fine. I mean, I think but for me, it always starts with the child. So rather than rush in with praise and presents, and it's very important to sit in that space with them first about how does this feel for you? Because sometimes we assume they've got an A star or an A, that they are beyond excited because we are, but then we find out that all their friends have been having a massive go at them on Facebook because they all got Bs. So if we rush in with our version of you, and also you're teaching them, please other people more than yourself. Like,
how did your daughter respond to, if you do well in your exams, we'll give you some cash?
Oh, she thought it was a great idea. And, she was a middle-of-the-road average student who's overachieved. So for us, I can only see that it works. She's got enough money to go to Reading next weekend now with her A-level results, which was her ultimate sort of game at the end of it. And I just think, the teachers get paid performance now. In the workplace, a lot of us get bonuses.
Yeah, what about that? Because we do, adults get bonuses if you've done well.
I know. Well, not so much nowadays. But again, if you look at research, they've done experiments and they've done... If we give people an emotional reason, we are emotional, relational beings first and foremost.
Yes.
But if somebody
just
said, if my boss said to me, you've done well, I go, thank you very much. If they go, you've done well, and here's some more money in your pay packet, it would even be better.
But in point of fact, if you really get somebody to love the company, love the product, love the thing they're doing, they do it anyway.
Interesting, Jane, you say an emotional reason. Fear is an emotion, right? We talked about fear in this programme last week and everybody was up in horror. Oh, you can't scare your children, you can't do that. But when I think, Emma, when I was young, the only thing got me through exams and whatever was fear. Fear of failure, fear of disappointing my parents, fear of where I would end up, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we had a £50 note pinned to the fridge throughout GCSE. So, every time she went and got a snack, it was there as a reminder in her face of what could be hers. And, she worked hard anyway. And we've had a conversation about, keeping going and that sustained effort. And she would have done that anyway. But I think this is just the icing on the cake, the big pat on the back, big well done.
We're talking about exams and things and older children. What about toddlers? So tantrums.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people do sometimes sometimes when you're out, you know, we know all the things about, you know...
Ruth is speaking from experience
try
here.
and-
Why don't you just
try
say
and
you're speaking
calm
from
people down.
experience?
But, you know, sometimes a chocolate button or a
Yeah.
sweetie in the bag or a biscuit is going to stop that if you're in a public place.
Well, it might do temporarily, but again, you're going for a very short, quick fix. And also, horror of horrors, and I, again, hold my hands up, did it with my own child. You're associating food with placation, with gratification, with... And what do we have at the moment? We have a massive obesity epidemic
But it
amongst
doesn't
our
have to be
children.
food, does it? It could be stickers.
No, but
Yeah.
still anything is... But that's very disrespectful to
But what
the
about,
child.
so what about reward stickers? Do you not even agree with that? We were talking about...
It's a
It's
about
dog
keeping
training.
potty
We start
training.
potty training.
I'm
training
thinking
a
of loads of
child.
ways Ruth could bribe me, which would not be disrespectful in many ways. You may think they are, but there we go.